So this is what I like to call a victory lap, where I take some time in the evening, and I won't pretend I do it every night, to have a cigar and try to give myself time to reflect and to celebrate the wins that are there to celebrate. In particular, when your work is definitively sort of a long time frame, like there's not a big finish line, a big victory every day or every week. And for me, it's easy to get bogged down in like what hasn't been done yet. You know, no matter how much I did today, like, well, this project isn't complete, or this house hasn't sold, or whatever. And so I'm trying to get better about celebrating the little wins. So I'm smoking an Oliva Serie V. It's box pressed Maduro. Should be good. Trying to just enjoy the quieter moments in life. But this is what I've been thinking about. This was a really, really powerful realization that I had, that I thought would be worth sharing. For my cigar smokers out there, I'm a V-cut guy. Come on. Come on. Toast the foot a little bit. It's pretty good. Here's what I was thinking about, and this period of time that I think I feel like I'm coming to the end of, but it's been 2.5, 3 years of really, really painful, difficult challenges, particularly in the business part of my life. And when friends, will ask me how I'm doing, I'm like, everything but this one area is wonderful. Like, my marriage is awesome. My kids are awesome. I'm enjoying, my fitness and growing in my spiritual life. And then this corner over here in my business is just so difficult. Man, it's painful and frustrating. And it's like a constant fight. But what I realized as I thought about that exact thing is like, well, I've got all these areas that are going great. And then I've got this one area that's frustrating. And when I think about all the areas that are going great, would I trade the success that I'm having in any of those areas for the success that that I want to be having in my business? And the answer is no. I would not trade my physical health for more business and financial success than I've had in the last 3 years. I would not trade my spiritual health and my spiritual growth and my relationship with the Lord for more business and financial success. I absolutely wouldn't trade the success. And I'm using that word on purpose. I wouldn't necessarily always use that word to describe, for instance, my marriage, but that is the word that where I would describe like victory in business. We use the word success a lot. So when I look at my marriage, I'm like, yeah, I'm successful there. I have nobody has a perfect marriage. That doesn't exist, but I have a rich marriage that I enjoy and I'm thankful for and proud of what we've built together. Would I trade the success in that marriage for more business success? Hell no. And would I trade the success that I believe, and I'm happy to say I'm having as a father, for more business success? Like, obviously not. It's just stupid to even say it. It's so ridiculous, right? I'm having really a spectacular time with my boys. And for those who don't know me on here, I've got 3 sons. They're awesome. Our relationships are truly great. They're rich. They're built on trust. I'm just having an incredible time with it. And so when I look at it that way, it helps me reframe, because the last almost 3 years, really this painful period of time started in October, November, almost 3 years ago. And that's a long time to like really be in the trenches hard, nonstop, like with no or minimal relief. But when I look at that period of time, I don't know if y'all can hear the cicadas. They're so loud. I fully desire to have success with this business and to grow it and to build it to an even healthier place than it's been. But there's no way that I would trade success in those other areas for success in this business. Now, I don't think they're mutually exclusive. But during this period of time, it's been very easy to focus on the pain and the fears that I have about the future and the difficulty, the frustration, the losses that I've endured. There's been some really significant losses, and particularly, monetarily, but even some, I would say, emotional and psychological losses where I'm just kind of getting my ass kicked and like having a hard time getting my footing, getting my bearings. And so it's been really easy to focus on those things. And for a while, and thankfully not now, but for a while, I was really buying some negative messages. I'm a failure. I'm a loser. Other people don't go through this. Other people have it figured out. Somehow I don't have it figured out. I'm less than or inferior in some way. And now I can look at it and I can go, actually, what am I talking about? I'm a failure? 4 out of the 5 categories. So the five sort of categories I was thinking about. And I wasn't thinking of them in terms of categories, but for purposes of this conversation, that might be helpful. It was business. Okay, that's been rough. Fatherhood, marriage, physical, spiritual. And I would put spiritual and emotional sort of in the same bucket. Like, how is the health of my spirit and of my heart? 4 out of those 5 categories, now especially, for a while, I think emotionally it was pretty rough. But 4 out of those 5 categories now, I feel like I'm a winner. I feel awesome, man. I'm so proud of the father I am and of the husband I am. So proud. A lot of you guys know I'm a fitness nerd. I stay pretty physically healthy, and I'm proud of that. The older I get, the more work that takes. And spiritually in particular, as I've walked through this, at first, spiritually and emotionally, things got harder. But now, because of the difficulty of this period of time, I've gained immense wisdom. And I don't say that lightly, and I don't say that with any pride or ego. I've been gifted wisdom through the pain of trial. And so loud. I have no idea if you guys can hear these freaking bugs. So now I can look at this period of time and not feel like a failure. Go, actually, I feel like a huge winner. 4 out of 5 categories, I feel like I'm killing it. And the 5th category, with business, there's been some really painful outcomes. And yet now I've been able to reflect and journal and like catalog the things that I think went wrong, some of the mistakes I think were made, and like no gray area, unequivocally, I am significantly better at this than I was a few years ago. And the irony is, at the beginning, when I didn't know anything, I stacked up a couple wins and started feeling really good about myself. And now it's through these losses that I'm like, actually, I kind of am getting good at this now, you know? I've got a nice long list of things that I didn't know could go wrong in the past, and now I do, which makes me better at this. The scoreboard will show it eventually. I'm always talking about, and I've always preached on this channel a ton, like play the long game. It's the long game. And that's something that early on I bought into. I just was under the impression that the long game was going to be an easier journey than it's ended up being, you know. But now I have to remind myself, it is the long game, and it's longer than I thought. It's not a 2-year or 3-year or even a 5-year long game. I'm 41, just turned 41 a couple weeks ago. Well, shoot, I can do this development. I can do that till I'm 70. Honestly, later than that. Like, that's a long game. And so if I have a couple years here that equip me to do this better for decades, that's a gift. But for me to see it that way has really taken some work, and I've had to really walk through the fire to like gain that perspective. So I'm trying to I want to do more of these videos, and obviously this is not really produced. I'm sitting on my front porch, trying to be honest and raw. But honestly, I'm kind of sick of don't get me wrong, I know I put out some videos that are produced and they are meant to share information, like the 4 things I do differently, the one I put out most recently, like, but I don't like some of the posturing, particularly in the business world, where really the feeling is like, if I'm going to get on here and make content about real estate development, then I better not have any deals go bad, or people are just not going to watch my videos, right? I need followers. I'm just kind of tired of that, man. That's BS. Anybody going out to start a business, and anybody going out to do something significant, whether you're starting a business or something else, but you're trying to live your life in a way that's purposeful, it is hard. It's so much harder than most of us are willing to show. So I'm just trying to be more raw on these victory lap videos, and I'm gonna try to keep doing them, because I sit out here and have a cigar with some regularity, so might as well take 15 minutes and turn the camera on. Hope this is a helpful thought for me, looking at my life in the context of being tempted to feel like a loser because I've experienced some losses, and then actually reflecting and going, oh, that is the least important of the 5 major things that I'm trying to do. That's the least important one. If God came down and said, hey, if you will just be willing to be physically unhealthy, I will turn your business on its head and you'll do 10 million next year. Whatever. There's not even a thought. There's no debate. Like, the answer is no. I'm just going to do my time and work on building this thing and growing. And I'm almost to the place where I'm like thankful for what I've walked through. It doesn't mean I'll like it. It was not fun. It's still not fun. The circumstances are not like all resolved or fixed or anything. There's still some pretty substantial challenges that we got to figure out, but I can see how it's changed me. And so this victory lap in particular is about me going, I'm not going to buy the lie that just because I've experienced some losses that I am somehow, in my DNA, a loser or something like that. Like, I'm killing it as a father and killing it as a husband, and I'm physically healthy, and I'm growing in my walk with the Lord. And for those of you who are maybe not Christians, hopefully you can still relate to this. You can still tend to yourself and care for yourself emotionally and spiritually and grow in those ways. That's my victory lap for this week. And this cigar's really good. Oliva Serie V. I don't know. Box press, man, it's freaking good. So I'm going to smoke this for another 45 minutes and just have some time to myself and reflect and relax. And like, I guess that's the other thing, is like during this period of time, it's been very easy to be like frantic all the time. Like even a moment like this, it would be like, I need to be freaking doing something. And just allowing myself space to breathe and go, no, I don't. I do not have to do something every second that I'm awake. It's okay. And sort of release that idea that like somehow I'm in control if I just stay busy and urgent. Anyway, I'm going to try to do this weekly, maybe shorter than this sometimes. I guess I was hoping to do it for 10 minutes and just be honest, and like hopefully it's helpful for some of you guys. The journey is not easy, but it's worth it. That's what I have tried to hang on to, that belief the whole time, and I'm really, really believing that now, and hope that's encouraging to you. See ya.